guys, this is Ronni from Multicultural Motherhood, and this is my husband Seth. This is the first time he's filmed a video with me, yeah, but I thought it would be good to do a husband tag so you can find out a bit more about us as a couple. So I've got a list of questions over here. If you are new around here, then welcome to my channel. I post videos 2 or 3 times a week, and I make videos about motherhood, homeschooling and multicultural family life. I am English and he is Kurdish from Turkey.
That's right.
That's me. That's why we are a multicultural family.
This is Turkish tea, by the way.
Got the Turkish tea. And
we've been together how many years? 13 years now. You still don't know how to make Turkish tea.
Is it 13 years?
That's a big shame. Almost 13 years.
What do you mean I don't know how to make it? Of course I know how to make it. I just don't bother making it.
Yeah, that's
I know how to make it, I just don't really like it that much, so I don't make it normally. But anyway, I thought if I made some Turkish tea, it would persuade him to do the video with me today. And it worked. It worked, didn't it?
That's not true. Just because I'm in good mood today, that's why it is.
Anyway, let's get started with the questions. When and where did you meet?
Yeah, we met in Fish Pond, and that's in Bristol.
That's in the UK, by the way.
In the UK, yeah.
We live in the UK.
Okay.
Well, basically, he used to work in a kebab shop, and round the corner from the kebab shop was a dance school, and I used to go dancing like 3 or 4 times a week. I used to go to dance classes. So every week after my hip hop class, I used to go to the kebab shop to get some food, as you do. And basically, he was the only one that could speak any English, so I used to talk to him because no one else could speak any English.
Is that the reason he was talking to me? Because I was speaking English?
At first, yeah.
Yeah. I think she fancied me. That's why she wanted. She couldn't stop talking to me, honestly.
And because I used to do belly dance classes and we used to dance to Turkish music, I asked him one day to teach me some Turkish because I wanted to be able to understand the lyrics of the Turkish music. So yeah, that's how it all started. I asked you to teach me some Turkish. The rest is history, basically. When did we get married?
Ooh, that's a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago. You're making it sound like we've been married like 50 years or something.
Well, something like it.
Is that what it feels like?
Yeah, it
feels like
it
with
with you. No, it's around September, 12th of September. You got married? Yeah.
I'm surprised you got the month and the date right, to be honest.
There you go.
It was 2007.
Wow, 7 or 6. Wow, something like that.
2007. When did you know that I was the one?
I just had a feeling, to be honest.
Like, after how long?
3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks. Turkish man.
I didn't say, alright, I'm kind of like, she's the one I like, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her. But it's just that how it started, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you were talking about marriage after like a couple of weeks, and I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Did you?
How can he be like thinking about this already?
Well, yeah. Well, I like to move fast a bit, to be honest.
Turkish men always move quickly. How did you propose? You know what? He actually did not propose. I did not propose to you. What are you talking about? That's such a lie. Basically,
yes,
no. He just came home one day and he was like, I think we should have a Muslim marriage. And I was like, what is a Muslim marriage?
That's because I was Muslim and she wasn't. So I want to do things right. Does that make sense?
So basically, yeah, I was a Muslim. I didn't know what a Muslim marriage was. And I asked you, what is a Muslim marriage? And you couldn't really explain it to me. So that was when I started really to look into Islam. So yeah, if you would like to know why I converted to Islam and all about my conversion story, then you can check out my video I made about that, and I will leave a link to that down in the description box below. So yeah, basically you wanted to have a Muslim marriage.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was. And then I think probably like a month later, you rang me up. I was at work, you rang me up and you were like, we're going to get married next week. That's it. No proposal, no will you marry me. That's it. He just told me we're getting married.
And she accepted.
Well, yeah, I went along with it, obviously.
There you go then.
And yeah, and then that was the 12th of September. And then about 6 months later in the April, we actually went over to Turkey and had a like wedding party over there with some of your family, didn't we? And then it wasn't until the following September, so it was like a year after our nikah, that we went to the registry office and registered the marriage. So we had like 3 weddings basically, didn't we?
Yeah, are you lucky?
How many children did you want before marriage?
2.
You wanted 2?
That's what I wanted.
Is that
to
it?
do. That's what I wanted to do.
Only 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the reason I said it because my parents, like, we are quite a big family. Like, we used to be 6 brothers and 5 sisters. So that's the reason I find it's quite a big headache. So I prefer to like when choose like small. Like that's why I said, no, alright, I'm having a couple. And then she said no. She wanted 4.
So that's what I got. Yeah, I don't know why. I always wanted 4 kids, and now we got 4 kids, so perfect. Okay, next question.
Okay.
What does my family think of you?
They hate me. Stop.
Well, they don't hate you now. Like at the beginning, they absolutely hated him because, you know, he was Muslim, they're not Muslim, they're Christian. He was married before, he had a son from a previous relationship, and what else? Oh yeah, he worked in a kebab shop, everyone hates that. Like, basically, they didn't like him at the beginning. Yeah, he was working in a kebab shop, so he didn't have a good job, and also wasn't making much money, and he's not educated either. So they basically didn't like him at all. But now, I think they quite like you.
Yeah, but that's...
Like, you've got a better
so
job,
wrong.
you're a
Just
father.
because they have education, just because someone don't have education, you cannot just don't like them.
Yeah, I know, but you
That's
know...
so stupid.
I'm sure you want your kids to marry someone, like, who's got a good job and stuff like that.
Well,
it's normal, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
you
normal.
thinking of that. That's what I mean. You don't like that person. Yeah, if it's my kids like someone, alright. If they're happy, that's how I care about it first. Yeah, it's nice if you have like good education as well. But if you don't have a good education, that's something I'm not gonna like him. That's something stupid.
But anyway, they didn't like him at the beginning. They like him more now.
Why they like me more now? Because I'm working like as a barber now, and I spend more time with the family and probably more money. That's the reason they like me.
So anyway, what do your parents think of me?
Good. Compared to your family, very good. My family always been like you. Like my brother, my sister, they always like you. Just the fact is, you just doesn't speak the language, and he thinks like they saying rude things about you, which is they not. They're always like every time I speak to them, oh, how is she? How's kid? She's alright. I get on very well. You have an argument.
But what did they think at the beginning? Obviously I wasn't.
Well, at the
Muslim,
beginning,
like that.
that's nothing to do with you. In the beginning, because I had married before, like, and when I divorced, and after they tell me, before you want to get married again, just think. They think that maybe you don't get on very well because it's just different culture. You don't understand each other's. That's one reason.
So they were worried, basically. Yeah.
Of course, they was alright because they don't know you. How they can not know like you because they don't know you.
Yeah.
So you cannot judge someone if you don't know the person. You cannot judge them.
What is one thing that annoys you about me?
Okay, that's a very good question you ask. Okay.
I can't wait to hear this.
First things like.
First thing.
And the first one, she don't iron my shirt. Like, I have to say it like at least 10 times. Can you iron my shirt? Can you iron my shirt? So this is the last shirt I'm wearing.
I haven't got time to iron shirts.
Can you iron my shirt?
Literally, I don't have time for that.
If you see I'm wearing it, Chris, and then you should say, "Oh, my husband is going to work." Like,
look,
that's the.
It's not. It's not that I don't want to iron. It's just like I haven't got time for ironing.
Well, you got the next time. Sorry.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
What?
Do you know what? Actually, I think I stopped ironing really when Delal, our oldest, was born. I remember I stopped ironing then because when you got kids, you just don't have that much time. So basically, what I did was, I didn't iron for literally like 2 years. And then what happened was, he said to me, when you fold my clothes and put them in the drawers after you've ironed them, you really need to fold them better because they're still creased. Yeah. And like literally he had no idea for 2 years I hadn't even ironed anything. He still thought I was ironing. And then he said to me that one day.
Because I just couldn't be arsed anymore. I just give up.
He said that to me, and then I had to come clean and be like, actually I haven't ironed for the last 2 years.
Exactly.
You didn't even notice, did you?
Exactly.
You didn't even notice. Life is too short for ironing. Ironing is not like necessary.
Yeah, but if you're going out,
like you can live without ironing.
Well, I'm sorry, if you want your husband to be smart at work, so you got to do it.
Alright, I'll try and iron a bit more often then.
Good.
What annoys me about you, like when you take the bin out, like you take the bag out and then you never put a new bag in. It's like you just leave the lid on the floor.
Okay, let me explain that. Alright, let me explain. The reason I live in that, normally, like in the morning, I just put my shoes on and just about going to work, and then suddenly I just remember, oh, this bin needs to be empty. So what I do, just grab the bin, put the bin outside, and then just drive off. So I don't come back, like, especially just change it, like put the bin back in the bin. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So that's because that's the reason, not because I'm doing that on purpose. But if I'm home, that's completely different. I'm always doing it. So there's no need to get annoying about that.
But you know, like even if you put something in the bin, you always leave the lid up as well. Why do you do that?
I just forget.
Just forget. How can you forget?
I just forget.
Literally. And also, when you open the wardrobe, you always leave the wardrobe door open. Like you literally never ever close the wardrobe door.
I do.
You don't. You don't. Like literally every single time I go into the bedroom.
Sometimes I don't, but normally I do.
It's like you leave it open.
Yeah, but kids open it. That's not me. I can't remember the last time.
Kids do not open my wardrobe.
Another thing is really annoying me. One day she really scared from spider, and I would say so stupid, but even like small spider, she's still scared from it. One day she rang me. She literally like screaming, shouting, I just don't understand the word what she was saying it. I feel like it's something happened to kids. So I said, just calm down and try to talk to me. What happened? And she said, oh, it's a massive spider. Oh, you have to come back. Honestly. So basically, we live in Bristol. And about between my work and home, it was about 15 minutes to drive. So yeah, I have to go home, get rid of the spider, and then go back to work. So that's really annoying.
Yeah, but what am I going to
do?
See, that's the good thing about having a husband. They'll get rid of the spiders for you. What was our last argument about?
To be honest, I can't remember. What was it?
I don't know if I can either.
That's a good thing. It's the first time actually.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we're obviously not arguing that much anymore.
We used to like at least 1 or 2 times a week we had an argument. But now I don't know. Why we don't have an argument?
I don't know. Maybe you're just more happy? Like since you changed your job, I think you're a lot happier, aren't you?
Well, I am happy at my work. Sometimes, it's because you're really annoying, and sometimes
Thanks.
I'd rather be like at work than home. Don't be funny, that is true. If you tell like, whoever's...
I can't believe you said that.
If you tell like every single of man who's done married, they can say that. They need like, say what they say, they want a little bit break. Because sometimes people have a hard time at work, and then going home, and then, I'm not saying like all of them, but some women, they just give it this one. So you still want to even go work. Like you're going to work stressed, you're going home like listening wife giving this, that's...
I'm not that bad though, am I?
Well, you used to.
I used to
You used to, yeah, but not anymore. Which is, I'm glad you understand in the end. But we cool.
We're cool. Thanks, babe. What do we argue about most?
About kids.
About kids.
About kids. The things sometimes
what
she
about
wants.
Kids?
It's sometimes the things she want to do it. I don't know. I think it's wrong, and
I think
she
that's
thinks
probably
it's right, and then
I think that's probably because of
it's
our different cultures. Like when you grow up, the way that Turkish people, Kurdish people bring up kids is different to how I
it's
want to bring
not
up
that.
kids.
It's
What do you like to do together?
um,
So basically, in the evenings, we like to sit down and watch TV, like a series or something. At the moment, we're watching a Turkish one, aren't we?
yeah, watching Turkish
What is that one called?
It's called Yasak Elma.
Yasak Alma. Yeah, that's what we're watching at the moment. And I like to watch Turkish stuff to try and improve my Turkish, which is not really that good.
You can be really good if you wanted to. You're just being lazy. I'm sorry. That's just true. She understands almost 60% the language. If she carry on talking, well, she can get used to it. So, I never been to school because in my time,
You did go to school. You just left.
No, I never been like, to be honest. The school I went, like, basically, I was like, yeah, I went only like 3-4 years. What was it
Is
called?
that it?
Primary school, yeah. And that's like, for
Oh my
example,
gosh.
5 days of school, yeah, normally. So sometimes 3 days I have to like look after like animal. She's quite clever about like how to pick up as well, very quick. And all I'm telling her, like, if you understand 60%, so if you keep carry on talking and then kind of get used to it, sometimes you just don't realize, and then you kind of flirt language. You don't even realize that. So it's nothing easy in the end of the day, but you got to make it easy for yourself. You have to try a little bit. You have to push it hard.
Anyway, so we like to watch TV together, or what else? We don't go out that much because it's quite difficult. We're homeschooling the kids, and because I'm breastfeeding Asia still, it's quite difficult to get out in the evening. But normally we just go out like once a year, to be honest, on my birthday. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once a year. Our annual date night is on my birthday, and we normally like go to the cinema and go for a meal. That's it, isn't it? But normally on your day off, when we got the kids with us, we go out, we go for walks, we go to like the park, National Trust places, museums.
It's so difficult.
Anyway, last question. What makes a happy marriage?
To understand each other, to respect each other, and to share things together.
Yeah, I think communication is the most important thing.
Well, yeah.
Don't you?
In both way. In some communication, if one of us talk like pop, 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 and then if you talk like blah, 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 that's it. So it's kind of cause argument. Sometimes too much talking communication as well, it does cause argument. Sometimes nice to leave a gap a little bit. I think it's making more interesting. Like,
What if
the
you
more
communicate less, it's more interesting.
Well, that's what I think.
We're talking about what makes a happy marriage, not what makes a bad marriage. What are you on
happy
about?
marriage. That's what I'm saying. That's what
So yeah,
communication.
communication.
That's when
What
you
else?
say communication.
I think having fun and being able to joke and laughter and things like that. Don't take it too seriously.
Main things. I think people should respect each other.
Respect.
That's the main. That's
the main thing.
That's the main thing. If if two couples go respect each other, and they will understand each other much better as well.
Yeah.
Believe me, it makes it a lot easier. But if you don't have respect each other, that marriage is not gonna work. For example, you should have respect for me. I would probably break up with her a long time, and I do have respect for her as well.
So I think we're going to end it there.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any more questions, then just leave them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram account at Multicultural Motherhood, because I'm posting on there every single day on my stories and on my grid about all the things we're getting up to. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can follow along my motherhood and multicultural journey. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!